Operant conditioning is the idea that behaviour is learned by consequence. If a behaviour is followed by a good consequence, it is more likely to be repeated, whereas if a behaviour is followed by a bad consequence, it is less likely to be repeated. Good consequences are called reinforcement, and there are both positive and negative reinforcements, although it's important to remember both types are good outcomes. A positive reinforcement is when behaviour is followed by a reward, such as praise, money, or sweets. The person receives something good as a result of their behaviour. A negative reinforcement is when a behaviour is followed by removal of a bad thing. For example, taking away pain or discomfort. Remember, although it is called negative reinforcement, it is a good consequence. Bad consequences are called punishment, and there are both positive and negative punishments. Again, it is important to remember that both types are bad outcomes. A positive punishment is when a behaviour is followed by something like harsh words. The person receives something bad as a result of their behaviour. Remember, although this is called a positive punishment, it is a bad consequence. A negative punishment is when something good is taken away. For example, giving someone a detention is actually taking away their free time, or taking away someone's driving licence. Operant conditioning is supported by several studies with both humans and animals. However, one of the main weaknesses of this theory is that it only explains why a behaviour is repeated or not, but doesn't explain why it occurred in the first place. Operant conditioning can be used to explain the development of aggressive behaviour. If someone receives a good outcome from their aggressive behaviour, then they are more likely to repeat it. For example, if a bully is rewarded by taking someone's lunch money, or they get a reputation among their friends. Operant conditioning can also be used as a strategy to reduce aggression, such as punishing someone for their aggressive behaviour. Operant conditioning also helps explain the development of gender-specific behaviour. For example, if a behaviour is considered appropriate for someone's gender, it is more likely to be reinforced and therefore repeated. If a behaviour is considered inappropriate for someone's gender, it may be ignored or even punished, so they are less likely to repeat it. For example, if a girl plays with a doll, they may be praised for playing nicely, but when a boy does the same thing, it may be ignored or even punished. Many businesses also use operant conditioning to influence consumers to repeat desired behaviours. For example, companies often have loyalty schemes that reward customers for buying their products, making them more likely to repeat this behaviour to earn the rewards. This is an example of positive reinforcement.